You all have so much to offer. You have so much wisdom. You have so much knowledge. You're so in touch with the planet that the world desperately needs your help. So today, I think our challenge is, with Adil's help and all of you, our challenge is how do we create a global community that tells a new story for humanity? And for that, we need to first reflect ourselves. Who are we, other than our identities, our persona? We represent all of us, all of you especially, the great wisdom traditions of the world. So we need to reinforce our identity as representing the greatest wisdom traditions of the world. And then we need to come together for what is called emergence. Emergence happens when there's shared vision, when we are emotionally and spiritually bonded, when we are totally transparent, where we have feedback, where we are immune to criticism, and where we actually bring maximum diversity of not only background, which you all do, but maximum diversity of talent as well. Humanitarians, scientists, indigenous people, storytellers, musicians, poets, bring them all together. And let's incubate with just three things. What is our vision? Who are we? What's our purpose right now? What's our calling? So in my tradition, which comes from the great wisdom traditions of the East also, from Buddha and others, they say we need three things. Take refuge in the Buddha, which means a higher purpose, higher calling, expanded consciousness. Take refuge in the Sangha, which is what we have right here, community. And take refuge in service. That's it. Service, a higher calling, and a community of people who care, who want to be the change they can see in the world. I think of no greater privilege than to work with all of you and to serve. Just remember those three things: service, Sangha, and a higher calling, and your genius will help us heal the world. So I thank you, Adil. I thank you, Brother Phil. I thank you, Pat. I thank you, Road Warrior. I thank you, Delia. Let's move forward now with that one intention. Together, we are going to create that critical mass for a more peaceful, just, sustainable, healthier, and joyful world. Because right now, the world is being controlled by gangsters, and we have nothing to do with them. Take care. God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Take care. God bless. I'm so happy to be with all of you.
Thank you so much, brother, for coming by. I know that many people look to you for support and for love. And I got to tell you, my dad and I enjoyed that time we came to visit. I think it was 1980, about 1888 or so. You were still living in close to Cambridge?
Yes.
Boston, I think. How long? I'm not sure when you left, but anyway.
In 1988.
1988, I thought so. 1988, we were right there together. I went through that pancha karma. I still put that oil on my feet.
That same year, by the way, 1988, Halley's Comet went over Australia. I was there for it.
Yes. That's what's that oil. That's a special oil. I just came to my mind. Anyway, thank you so much.
Brother Phil, count me as your servant, and I'll be there to work with you.
Great. Well, our world needs Ayurvedic medicine. There's no question about that. We sure need something, and you sure been given a lot of good medicine. So we thank you so much. We thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for coming by and taking time. Thank you so much. I'm wondering if there's any way that our dear brother from the Omoto Foundation, if you've been able to clear his sound.
Oh, his audio is working now. Perfect. Thank you. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical difficulty. And we'll get Guruji Srivast right after.
Atsuya Kimura
from
Omoto in Japan. So today I'm very happy to join this wonderful and beautiful online prayer. So now I pray for happiness of all people in the world. And also one piece, just a short thing. "朝日は出るとも曇るとも月は三つとも隠るともたとえ大地は沈むとも真夏の神はすさぶともまことの力はよすく三千世界の梅の花一度に開く神ののり開いて散りて実を結ぶ月一つ地の恩を知れこの世を救う生き神は高天原に貫通道神が表に現れて善と悪と立て分けぬこの世を作りし神直ひ心も広きよ直ひただ何事も人の世は直ひに見直せ聞き直せ身の過ちは乗り直せあかんながらかんながら御霊幸ちはえましませよ。ありがとうございました。Thank you very much, Coran.
Thank you.
From the beautiful white, beautiful reflection of brightness from the Omoto Foundation. We're so pleased to have Guruji Srivas. I know Sri, you've been here so patiently, so beautifully. Brilliant, my dear brother. Brilliant, please. We'd love to have, so happy you're here, so happy your family's here, relatives here. Thank you.
Guruji, we can't hear you.
For bringing everyone together today. I'm very happy to see different traditions, different background, different ethnicity, different countries gathering together in this moment to go beyond the differences, to unite as a one human species. One human species. And to honor our Mother Earth. This togetherness, very, very important. This togetherness is meant to heal our own wounds. By healing our own wounds, healing the wound of the Mother Earth, healing the wound of the whole humanity. We may think that we are thinking, we are in pain, but the pain belongs to the whole humanity. Even our thought pattern belongs to the whole humanity. Thousands and thousands of years. What we are all went through, what our ancestors went through. And we are at this crossroad to find the answers, to find who we are, what is our function, what is our role in this evolution. To unite, to go beyond our differences. At this time, it is to recognize there is no any opposite in this disturbance period. There's a lot of opposition arise against each other. But this is the challenge for everyone, to go beyond opposite, not creating opposite. We are all one in this. To recognize we as a human species and different colors of the same species coming together and bringing all our different spices to make this soup so tasty, which is our life. I want to take this moment to remember all the people who are in prison at this moment, who are in pain, who are in hospitals, who are under threat, who are under the war, who are abandoned. All the beings, part of our life and our Mother Earth. Through bringing the peace in our heart, to go beyond our boundaries, through bringing the love and the ability to express our love beyond our boundaries. We bring the healing to the world, to everyone. I'm happy to be with all of you in this moment. It's early morning here. We are in Sweden, and the whole Sangha is here too.
Oh,
To hear all the mantras and the prayers from all the traditions.
hmm.
So we are all gifted. We are all gifted to each other. And I hope that we all will have an opportunity to meet, not only in online, but to unite, to come together.
Hmm. Oh,
And I want to thank you, all of you.
oh. Pilamelo. All the Chanti Washti. Oh.
Thank you.
Ammayai, Apanai, Unmayai, Thuimayai, Inimayai, Menmayai, Arugurivayo. As mother, as father, as truth, as purity, as sweet, as subtle, for your grace, for your grace.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, Pilamelo. All the Chanti Washti.
Thank you.
Oh. Ay. Before we move on to the honoring of the relatives who are here that have done special service, from at least from my perspective, to our indigenous people and the human family, I want to welcome a dear old brother of mine. I hope he hasn't left yet, because I know he's we walked each other together. I can't even remember how long, probably at least 50 years. So he just lost his beloved wife from his life, and yet he still goes on. And we passed over your territories, my dear brother, Anangak. I remember we passed over last night when we were visiting with Sheikh Abdul Aziz and other relatives in Africa and different places, and we passed over your territories. And I was wondering if you were there or you home in Ottawa. So, dear brother Anangak, before we go into the names of those we want to call before the Creator in honor, I would ask if you have, or you're here, or if you'd like to share a song.
Oh, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. My dear brother, Phil, you make me sound very old when you say 50, which is true. So I'm not that old though. I'm only 47. Today in my language we call this day Usokotunapak, which means the longest day, where we cannot see each other's shadows, where we feel that we are the same to each other. Yes, looks are different, but we're all the same. And tonight, we will be lighting the fire. Not only the fire on the ground, but the fire in the heart, where we recognize each other, where we accept each other, where we respect, acknowledge each other, but most importantly though, we love each other.
Oh,
They say that if there is that fire of love in my heart, then I will be able to do things I never dreamt I could do. But if the ice remains in my heart and I'm able to melt it, then I will be able to do things differently. They say only by melting the ice in the heart of man will have a chance to change and begin using his knowledge wisely. So this is my prayer about the fire. Ho ho, ho ho, ho ho. Innek ikiyi ikumalrik ayya. O innek ikipo ikumarishibo ayya. O innek Kamarit, Kamarishi, Aya, Hu, Inne, Kamarishivo, Ikumarishuni, Aya, Hu, Inne, Kishayit, Unarishit, Aya. Who in the Kishatipo Unarishivo Aya. O inne ikigi ikumashi. Aya. O inne ikipok ikumashi. Aya. Now, as of tomorrow, the sun will become less and less. But as the days get shorter, my prayer is that the fire in your heart will burn brilliantly, powerfully beautiful. So we will always be looking at your beauty, because you are worth looking at with that fire in your heart. Everyone is. Oh, Koyana.
Oh, Pilamelo.
Oh, hello.
Oh, 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 oh. So, what we'll do at this time. Thank you, dear brother. Thank you, dear, dear brother, for that. Is that I would like now at this time to call the names of relatives like to especially give our thanksgiving to for this great day we've had. And right at the top, although he's not here, is Chief Orville Looking Horse, 19th generation keeper of the white buffalo calf pipe. For 25 years, he is committed to holding these days sacred, holy, the 21st, the 20th. He's held it through thick and thin. He's held this day holy. And his prayer of world unity, as I can see, has brought together so many who pray together on this sacred day, I'm sure. It's a great, great Thanksgiving. And his beloved partner, Paula, who always makes sure their very best that my Tahashi is protected in a good way. So I thank that. I also want to thank the Earth delegation who has come and prayed with us. And Jyoti, if you would please put her, so we can see her before us. Jyoti. 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 Ah, there you are. You know, sister, thank you so much. It meant so much to have the Earth delegation with us, and your prayers and all the support you've given to our Indigenous people. Thank you so, so much. So, so much. Very appreciated.
It's my service. Yes. And thank you for the Mother Earth delegation, because they're here with us.
Yes.
You know, bolt of lightning of recognition happened last September, and we're just starting to, we're in a making process with ourselves to see where the Mother needs us to go. So thank you for bringing us. Thank you all for gathering. My grandmother heart is so full with the wonder that's moving around inside this field, with the diversity. I'm giving thanks to the first grandmother of them all, they say, that dreamed us into here and is still dreaming us forward. And to also to Mother Earth and all her family. You know, she's moving with her family, with the sun, the moon, the stars, the Milky Way, the planets, the cosmos themselves. I know you have a lot more to finish, and it's been a long day, and people are up in the very dawn time in some places that are sitting. Yes. I give great thanks. I give great thanks. I give great thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I want to ask to focus our love and prayers on our dear sister Fumi. It was Fumi that was so kind to be our ambassador to our relatives in Japan, where she comes. It's where this peace pole, as you see in many places, may peace prevail on earth from the heart of Hiroshima. Aho. Nice, so nice to see you, sister. Thank you. Thank you. So nice to have the Omoto relatives here. You might want to turn your that little red thing off. There you go. You'll get it. That's a little. Can you unmute her, please? It's a little mute there. The little red button.
Brother Phil, it's just so breathtaking to be here with all of you. Such infinite, infinite gratitude. And, you know, it's our moment. It's our moment. You know, we all feel it. We all feel it. And it's magic is happening. It's sacred. It's divine. And we're all going to walk through this fire of purification on the other side. And we're with you all the way. Look at all these beautiful beings here in oneness and unification. And we are going to walk with each other and make the changes and really evolve, take this planet and humanity to the next level of conscious evolution. That's our mission. That's our calling. And we're all here to work together, hand in hand. So thank you so much. May peace prevail on earth. I love you so much, Brother Phil. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, sister. You know, I had the great honor and pleasure to travel to the Presidio every month for a weekend, because I was drawn when I went to the State of the World Forum in 1995 by a dear, dear man, a dear, dear elder, who's somebody here to represent him. And that's Bishop William Swing. And Bishop William Swing, I remember, so kindly invited my father and I to come after it was on St. Francis Day. And so I really loved it. They had all the animals come to church. And I'll tell you, when I started singing, boy, I'll tell you where they gave me a good chorus. I started hitting that drum, all these sounds. And so what I really deeply, deeply appreciate the United Religions Initiative, about who will be celebrating their 25th anniversary dedicated work for the human family, is they're their first ever, other than, I have to say this, in 1886, that the Yankton formed the first ever ecumenical group called the Brotherhood of Christian Unity. It's first called the Corn Planter Society. It's still existing, still exists. But it was about saying, we can't be separated. Although was required, but we found understanding. So, dear brother, you represent so many beloved relatives. You've been such a brother to us. When no one else stood up at Standing Rock, United Religions did. You delivered a message. When we had our celebration in Yankton territory on this treaty we signed January 13th, 2013, between ourselves and the Pawnees, you sent the message for us. You have been the first ever to include Indigenous people at the foundation of who your wonderful, I don't want to say URI, United Religions Initiative. Please, and your beloved wife, I'll tell you what, my gosh, you know, how'd this happen? You're so anyway, so nice to see both of you. Brother, please, on behalf of United Religions Initiative, over 1,000 cooperation circles, which you have to have 3 spiritual groups together. But please, anything you'd like to share briefly?
Thank you, Phil, and thank you for permission to speak, Phil and Pat, at your sacred fire, at this sacred fire of the solstice. And the sacred ground on which we stand, and to be with such siblings as all of you gathered here and all gathered around the world to watch and be together, and to ground in our Mother Earth, as our source, and our Mother Earth as our teacher, our Mother Earth as that which connects us one to another. We come humbly to this space, this sacred space together. And it's beautiful to be with you, to hear beautiful music sung, Deva, premal&mitten, and Kristen, and chanting. And it reminds me that we are one among many. We are just one, each of us one among many, this beautiful garden of humanity. that we reflect as path connect us. And there are millions and millions of people around this world who every day cross connection and forge meaningful relationships, sustainable relationships, loving relationships. And so on behalf of the URI community, it is such a blessing to be here and to be with all of you who give your hearts every day, that we might become one, and that one among many might be a beautiful, beautiful thing to be. So thank you so much. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for gathering us, Unity Earth, Unify. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very appreciated. Very appreciated. And I remember receiving an invitation to go to Australia. And I'd I've been reading about this Mango Man. And such a great feeling to hear that this relative had finally been returned to the earth from whence he came. Also, in that return, we knew the relatives, Indigenous people of Australia, had been continuous culture for 60,000 years. And last night, of course, we had a chance to visit and hear the songs of our dear brothers and sisters from Australia and New Zealand. There's a gentleman, that young man, strong young man. He had a beautiful mother, a beautiful father, a beautiful family. And he's through thick and thin, he doesn't give up. His name is Ben Bowler. Ben Bowler, representing United Earth. Ben, we'd like to just invite you, Tushka, beautiful hearts you have, strength you have. Please.
Thank you, Dixie. Thank you, everyone. It's an honor to be here. I too have a peace pole behind me that beloved Fumi sent. But with the time given to me, I wasn't expecting, but you mentioned before St. Francis, Phil, so I'm going to use my time to pray. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Thank you. This is our moment. Thank you.
Oh. Thank you so much, Rishka. As one of the great things, when you see powerful circles come together in unity, it's just beautiful to see. You have to watch and see, make sure it's really grounded. And so I saw that happen here in this process of unity. We can't talk about unity and peace. In fact, I remember one of the statements we made during the week when we were going through all our natural confusion, conflict, whatever you go through in paradigm shift. You have to be in peace to have a peaceful weekend. So I want to really recognize the unification of unity and uplift. Uplift, they've come together to form, like they say, the sum is always greater than the sum of the part. No, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. This is powerful, powerful business, powerful business. And so I see you, brother. I just got a chance to meet you. Of course, I've got a chance to know a little bit more. You're a very hardworking Chris Decker and your team. But I know you're sitting here, and we had a few visits, so Bharat, Brother Bharat. Might. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your love. Thank you for unification between our media, all our media assets together as one. Dear brother.
My beloved brother and beloved brothers and sisters from beings of light from all around the planet, we are just starting. There were so many beautiful voices and so many beautiful prayers. I'm so grateful to be in this circle of light. And it is essential for all of us to recognize the immensity of this moment, of those days, and the grace that brought us together to co-create a whole, not only greater than the sum of its parts, but a whole that transcends the sum of its parts.
Oh.
As we come together, someone so beautifully said, different spices to make this soup beautiful. As we come together, there are infinite possibilities which are emerging right this moment. And uplift is acronym of unity, peace, and love in a field of transcendence. This is the field of transcendence when the family of love and consciousness coming together, not trying to fix the old paradigm, but to co-create a new paradigm. A paradigm that is deeply connected with the truth of who we are, with the unity which already is. We don't need to unite, we are already united. But finding this heart space, which is fully aligned with the fundamental truth of unity, this is right now the calling for all of us. So I'm incredibly grateful, and I just wanted to offer, I can't believe I'm doing it, but I am. I'm just gonna offer one song in Hebrew. It's a prayer of King David from the Psalms. It's one of the most beautiful prayers from the Jewish tradition. And from a very young age, I had to move away from the culture I grew up in to find my own. And over the last few years, I'm able to really appreciate the beauty of all tradition, including the one that I came from. It before, but in honor of this incredible circle, I wish to offer one prayer in Hebrew and to say something which is so important. Kristen spoke so beautifully that let us not make this a one-off event. As we are standing right now and our hearts are connected, even when we move away from the Zoom call, we are connected as one human family, transformative human family. And there is an initiative that we are all part of. It's called Global Days of Unity. Every third weekend of every month, we all come together energetically to participate in infusing the collective field with vibrations, with frequency of love, of light. Let us remain connected every day, but we create a rhythm where we come together every third weekend of every month to share together in different ways from different places around the world, but communities from all over the earth are participating together to infuse our collective field, create a unifying field of love and light. I'm honored to be with all of you. My respect, my love, my gratitude, and a song. שיר למעלות, אשא עיניי אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. עזרי מעם השם, עושה שמיים וארץ, אל יתן למוט רגליך. אל ינום שומרך, הנה לא ינום ולא יישן, שומר ישראל. השם שומרך, השם צילך, על יד ימינך. יומם השמש לא יככה, ירח בלילה, שנשמורך מכל רע. ישמור את נפשך, השם ישמור צאתך ובואך, מעתה ועד עולם. מעתה ועד שיר למעלות, אשא עיניי אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. עזרי מעם השם, עושה שמיים וארץ, אל יתן למוט רגליך. אל ינום שומרך, הנה לא ינום ולא יישן, שומר ישראל. השם שומרך, השם צילך, על יד ימינך. יומם השמש לא יככה, ירח בלילה, שישמורך מכל רע. תשמור את נפשך, שנשמור צאתך ובואך, מעתה ועד עולם. מעתה ועד עולם.
Well, Ilamilo, thank you so much, brother. Thank you. The Mitaki Epi, as we've been said, is just the beginning. We're just beginning now. World Unity Week. World Unity Week. That's going to be followed right on International Day of Peace. We're not going to slow down. We're hitting a peak. It's going to be December 21st, 2020. That is going to be, this is just the beginning. When we get there.
And we'll meet every month together as a rhythm.
Okay. And so that we can put a bookmark here at the same time, because I know the relatives here. Even though they're tired and working hard, they would stay here till the last moment. And we're going to continue, by the way, but I just want to give permission. Not permission, I don't even have to give any permission, because each of us is sovereignty, ancient, imperishable, everlasting. What I'm saying is, we're going to start in kind of the more of the open up the prayers here, and we are still opening up the prayers, but I want to know you and Sister Jinnah, you know how we feel about you. And I've known your group circle. I ran into them many years ago, and so we know how honorable that you are.
Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening. I don't have much to say. I think we've all said so much already. And I'm very convinced that it's the vibrations that's going to help to shift the mindset of some of our brothers and sisters who are focusing on a different energy. I think it's auspicious that we're gathering today in the United States, Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's a big gathering of people, and we're hoping that many of them won't get sick after they go home. So I'd like to just offer a meditation. What if we just break away from all these limits and just step into the consciousness of the divine? And from that connection, the vibrations will keep spreading, a wave will keep spreading. And humanity will change because they're feeling our vibrations. So I gift you this simple meditation, and thanks to everyone who has brought such light this evening. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. So we'll play the meditation. Om Shanti. As I sit here in quiet reflection, I'm reminded how my thoughts create my reality. I've accepted that I am what I am because of what I think. So what if for this moment I choose to let go of my various attachments to physical forms that have limited my potential and my capacity? What if I chose to be free from limitations of thinking? So just for a little while, I invite you to take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And imagine for a moment, what if I no longer had an attachment to my name? How would that feel? What if I let go of the awareness of the gender? What if I let go of the roles that I play, the titles that I own? What if I decided to release thinking of myself as a religion, a language, a nationality? What if I choose to just let go of the name, gender, role, title, religion, language, nationality, and let go of the awareness of the body? How would I feel? Who would think of me in this awareness? And who would I think of? I would think of God. And God's remembrance would fall on me, and I, the living soul, would be completely free. Let me just sit in this moment for a little longer and just be free. Now gently bring back the awareness of your gender, language, nationality, title, role, name, religion, whatever. Bring it back to your awareness and see if you can bring the experience of freedom and peace as you go out into the world and play your various parts. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you for offering that prayer, meditation, as our going to bed mantra, and to feel free tonight. Thank you, Chief Elaine and Bola, everyone, Uplift, Bhavani, Chris, and Adil. My humble, humble appreciation.
We go for 4 or 5 more hours, but at this time, at this point, while I want to certainly recognize, in fact, I just looked at this list, and I want to especially, though, remember Dr. Anita Sanchez, my mom and dad. Thank you so much, Anita, for what you've done. I want to thank especially, one second here, I've got all my notes here. Our sister that really, and backed up by Toja Carla, is our dear sister, Adriana, who spearheaded this in our team, plus all Deloria, all the relatives, how I care for you, my Toja and Toshkas. Thank you. We go over now to Unify.
Carla.
Go to Unify. Remember Adil. Remember Ian. Ian writes in there. It's all my Toja and Toshkas. I start saying them all. On all of them, I just go on forever. So those relatives, I want to thank them very much. And as well, the team from Unify Earth. Boy, so wonderful what they do. Am I muted? No? Am I muted? Oh, okay. That's what I meant. I thought I was muted. And I want to as well, thank my dear, and Daniel, I see you there. So many, I could go on and on, Audrey, so many. And I know he's resting, but brother Dakota, John Raymer, and his beloved wife, Summer. I'll tell you what, brother John, Dakota John, he worked himself almost to the other side camp, so I'm glad he's resting tonight. And so at this time, we're going to continue on, but we'll take a little break, and then we'll continue on with the prayers. But I'll ask all of you also to have a good night's sleep. We want to recognize each person that's here that chooses a bishop. I want to recognize my nephew Lucian later, as he can chance to share, who represents probably one of the hereditary families of Europe that has really, I have to say just nothing but good things about this young man. So, Itaki Epi, Hechituyelo, it's done. We've completed this part. So please, just a minute. Wait. I'll tell you what, this media team, I see it's ready to show. Go ahead. Let's give us a shot. Oh, wait, a couple of shots. I know wait, please. One thing. It's been on my.
Go ahead, Dakshi.
Wait. Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Yes.
Supreme Master Ching Hai of our great Buddhist lineage. A dear, dear, dear human being who loves. In just 2 days, and I didn't want to invite anybody until we knew for sure, we never tried this before, that this ground was solid, strong, a foundation that would not collapse, and it's strong that way. So if you'd share from dear sister, she had made this. In fact, they told me that she had almost had it made by the time I sent her the note. She already knew it was happening. So I think I want to hear from her. Then we'll hear from Tata Alejandro and take a break. Tata Alejandro, of course, 90 years old. He's the one that's carried the staff of authority all this time, and it's been passed on. So these two videos, as we do, you can watch them, and after that, we'll get deep in further into prayers. So please, if you would, first play the one from our dear, dear beloved.
Ahoy. Greeting to you all in the unity. Thank you for inviting me for this precious occasion, even though you are very busy organizing the event, but still you take your time to write to me and give me this honorable invitation. May God bless all First Nations. May God bless all of you, the indigenous people, everywhere on our planet. May God bless our Mother Earth. It's good that we have this opportunity to express our unity spirit and gratefulness to heaven and earth, for our world really need earnest prayers and sincere effort to unite all beings on the planet. Because we are all nourished from earth and blessed by heavens. We are brothers and sisters, including all non-human beings on earth. It is the negative force that try so hard since times immemorial to divide us and to make us hurt each other. But with pure prayers and sincere effort, we will win. However, just prayers and talk is not good enough. We have to act. We have to change our way of life to more benevolent, compassionate, loving and kind toward each other, regardless of race, species, and nationalities. This unprecedented time gives us opportunity to reflect inwardly, since outwardly we have been limited, but our soul is forever free. As long as we know how to turn inward and find our real self, our soul, which is a part of the divine, then we will feel free no matter what circumstances, no matter if we are hindered by physical situation. This is a time for us to be quietly contemplating our true nature within, to ask ourselves why misfortune happened, and open our hearts to listen to divine guidance. The divine guidance told me that as we sow, so shall we reap. So let's start now, from now, to sow all benevolent deeds that we can, so that we will get benevolent outcome in return for our future. The past we cannot change, but we could change our future. Depends on our present action. Our future will be doomed or bright. I think you all know what I'm talking about, since you are all spiritual people and have deep-rooted spiritual knowledge passed down to you since ages and ages, the wisdom of old. has never been lost in the community of the indigenous people. And you know well, according to that wisdom, we cannot expect full happiness, full joy, if we cause sorrow to others, including our earth co-tenants, the sweet animals, and all other beings around us. They are the blessing sent from heaven to help us in our sojourn on this planet. We should appreciate them, protect them, and be grateful for their presence. I guess many guests would have more wise words and compassionate messages to share. So my simple message is be vegan, make peace. Thank you all for doing your part to save our world. All my love and God bless.
To give one of Tata Alejandro, our dear Tata, has carried this staff way longer than me. He's over 90 years old. And anyway, just share that briefly, and then I ask after that, I'm going to ask my Dojad Lucian to start, our young relatives. And if you would, if Andriana, if you're there, there's others to share. Anita, so many. But just begin, and I might step back. I'll have a little bite to eat here. I haven't had much to eat today. I haven't slept yet since last night, a few hours. So if you would, we'll do Lucy, and then you would, and call on the relatives. You would, dear Adriana. You do such it way better than me. You're so graceful and so wonderful. And so, here we are. Bata, we love you.
On the solstice, in June of 2007, an international indigenous conflict ended between the Aymara and Maya nations when Mayan elder Alejandro Cirilo Prezoc Xla recovered the ancient and very sacred staff of authority for his people. This staff passed through his family lineage for thousands of years. Carved into its wood is the story of the last change of suns. Tata believes this staff has the power of a spiritual hurricane to unite and move people. And it was used to empower his mission to see peace and prosperity reign on the earth during the change of suns, the shift of the ages. After recovering the staff, Tata was able to visit with many influential people around the world. At home, he helped empower the indigenous Maya to stand up and reclaim equal rights. And the president swore him in as Guatemala's first indigenous ambassador. "2012 would come and go, and the world seemed to slide toward environmental, economic, and social collapse. Tragically, at 90 years of age, Tata was hit by a car and broke his femur and hip. He would later fall ill. Word came to the north that Tata's home had been broken into by people looking for the staff. Instinctively, it was hidden and never found. The staff is to be passed on to Tata's grandson, a young student of the tradition, chosen to carry forth Tata's message and ways of his people. You see, Tata's message is that the earth is a living being, and that the races of people that live on her are brothers and sisters and are one, like the fingers of the hand. His mission is a reminder that all life is sacred and worth honoring.
Despiértanse. Si están durmiendo, despiértanse. Si están descansando, camínense. Ya es hora de amanecer. Que se levanten. Que se levanten todos. Ni uno ni dos grupos queda atrás de los demás. Continuamos nuestro camino y veremos de nuevo la ciudad donde hemos venido. Despiértanse.
Oh, oh, oh. So, dear sister, Adriana, if you would take over and share this, but I think that it would be very appropriate, in fact, very, very, not more than appropriate, has started off with Sister Anita Sanchez, who's given so much, and then we'll follow with Lucian, and then go ahead and let it unfold. I'm going to kind of rest. My beloved wife has fixed me my food for the end of the day, and her beautiful papaya. I'm having papaya salad tonight. Also, I don't if he came in here, if he could have, I want to thank Manose Castida and his beautiful, beautiful daughter. He came and he started this whole, he wasn't able to be here there at the beginning. If he's been here, please, he has been indispensable in this process. And my relatives, to me relatives, they have been with us. So we first signed our treaty between our international treaty to protect and restore Mother Earth and so forth, back at the Otami National Cultural Center on Cinco de Mayo, 1992. We began this process down there. So, Taki Epi, have beautiful dreams, have a wonderful time. I'll certainly be listening in. Sister Adriana, if you'd be so kind to pass this to you and pass it to her. And no one, it's one rule, no one speaks twice until everybody's had a chance to speak once. We're talking sort of guidance from elders. No one speaks twice, nobody's spoken once. And the second thing is, mitaki epi. Remember, there's all elders here. So you have something to say, try to put it in a point, boom, whatever. And remember, if we can feel it, we can heal it. We can talk about it, we can understand it. But this one, we ask just a little bit. So everybody, justice is the foundation of oneness, justice. Everybody has a chance, a little bit to share. Not one more than the other so much. Now you get old, they say we're kind of forgiven for our childish ways. And it is childhood to childhood. How Takiasi, Shugmado he medo, Chinupasapa he medo, how michante washte hope.
Oh. What an honor, what a privilege to be here tonight with you all. And in this moment of unity and that we already have within ourselves, as our brother just shared with us, we don't need to unify, we're already united and we're just one. And that's a beautiful, beautiful message, because talking about unification, it's a reminder that we are already as one. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. And we have so many elders here who...
One little thing, if I may. There's a dear elder, he's my dear Koda, he's a Koda. His name is Calvin Pompana. Calvin Pompana is Dakota. He's a Sundance leader, elder, and I know he's very tired sitting in Manitoba. I'm so sorry, brother. There's so many of these little things I'm trying to look at, and I didn't see you there. So Calvin Pompana, if you're there, Calvin, whoever's beside you, if they could take off that little red button and sing us that song before we go on. I just want to miss dear Calvin. Oh, okay, that's okay. If you see him come in, he said he might come in about 8 o'clock. Calvin Pompana. You just call him Dekshi or call him Lala, whatever, but he's coming. So please remember way about him. So when to insert anybody. Thank you for a little extra input. Thank you so much, sister.
Thank you, brother. So here we are, sharing in this talking beautiful circle of all these incredible human beings around the world who are here to share their dreams, to share their visions. And I would be very honored, and we would all be, if you can say, I would like to share something. Those who haven't talked today, those who haven't shared from their hearts, it would be our prayer if you stand up and share from your heart. Thank you so much. Who would like to share?
Adrian, may I just humbly ask, was two of our relatives have to leave very soon, and I just wanted to give just a bit of space for them before they go, and then, if at all possible, just so that we don't miss their prayers. Is that okay?
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much, Adil. Please welcome them.
Okay, we'd like to invite Eliyahu McLean and then Dot Maver as well. Dot, do you still have a little bit of time left in you, or yeah? Okay, thank you.
Shalom Aleichem. Hello, Unify and Unity family. This is Eliyahu, brother Eliyahu. I see some friends out there among the participants. I'm reporting, tuning in from my home in a small moshav, a community called Yoshivia. I live next to the town of Netivot. In the town of Netivot, a very holy saint called the Baba Sali. He was a Moroccan mystic rabbi who was beloved in Morocco by Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, and he chose to move to Israel in particular to be with his flock of Moroccan, Algerian, and Tunisian Jews, and to be buried in this town of Netivot. So it's a place of pilgrimage, the second most visited holy place after the Western Wall. And the tomb of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in the Galilee is the tomb of the Baba Sali. So I'm very close to the energy of the Baba Sali and sending the energy of this mystic and saint. You can see him on YouTube and internet, Baba Sali, to healing for the planet and for unity. Also, the place that I live is, if you look at the map of the Holy Land in biblical times, the lands of the tribe of Judah bordered another nation called the land of Philistine, the Philistine people. And where I live right now is right on the seam line between Judea, and Philistina, ancient Philistina, but the Romans took the name and later named the whole country Palestina, but it was from the ancient Philistine peoples. So Jews and Palestinians, Judah and Philistina, still have challenges and troubles. And I wanted to send healing energy from this area to the world, that the Israelis, Palestinians, the Jews in this area, and our neighbors in Gaza, I want to remember them. From where I am, I can see homes in Gaza, 2 million people also living under closure, and us Israelis also sometimes living with uncertainty, with missiles and projectiles sent our way, where basically we've often gotten caught up in this region with the illusion, caught up in the illusion that we're not one human family, and not the family of Adam and Eve, and certainly not the family of Abraham. Now the whole world is also focused on the Trump plan and this issue about will Israel annex part of the West Bank? And as we see all the politicians in Israel coming to realize you can't have an arrogant way to just grab and annex as you like, the whole world is connected to the Holy Land, so you can't just annex. So on the one hand, you can't have occupation. On the other hand, you can't have annexation. So I think finally, both Israeli and Palestinian leaders are waking up that unity, ultimately, the only political plan that can work is the one that's based on, let's have Abraham be the unifier that unifies the family of Abraham, and have the backing and support of the family of Noah, the wider human family, to heal this family dispute that has ripple effects all over the planet Earth. For if there's healing in Jerusalem and healing in Gaza and healing in Israel and Palestine, the Holy Land, then the message of the prophets walked in this land, whether Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, whether it was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Don't forget Rebecca, Sarah, Leah, Hagar, the divine feminine also emerged from this land. The Shekhinah, in Arabic called the Sakina, the divine feminine healing energy, is just waiting for us to heal our divisions so that a positive healing message can go from the land of the prophets to the rest of the world. We've had our fair share of struggles and challenges in Israel right now. We have a second wave of corona. Our leaders were so proud that we kept it down to 300 deaths, and the first wave, there was hardly any new infections. And like everywhere in the world, we have now a second wave, both in the West Bank, Gaza, and Israel. So I ask to send your prayers for healing for the whole planet and this little corner of the planet Earth and the Great Mother, Gaia, that on all different levels, we need to heal the divisions. And we're working day and night with Jews, Christians, and Muslims, men and women, Israelis and Palestinians, to send a message of harmony, cooperation, trust building, bridge building, and awakening from this crazy illusion that some are sometimes caught up in, that we're not one family, when in reality we all are. There's no difference. I'm literally 10 miles from Gaza City, right where I live. And is anyone living in Gaza City a less of a human being? And am I less of a human being as an Israeli on the other side of the divide? Not at all. We're all humans, and we're all in this predicament together as one human family. So may peace, love, and harmony come. And as the priestly blessing goes, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ye'er Adonai panav alecha v'yikunecha, Yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha, Shalom.
And brother, I want to thank you for the beautiful time we had together, praying for all those holy places. I remember so well.
Yes, Brother Phil, it was my honor to take you to the Church of the Holy Gethsemane and to the most ancient olive trees on the planet Earth, in the Garden of Gethsemane. And you're up on the Mount of Olives, and just to be able to take you to this tomb of Rabia, Sufi woman saint on the Mount of Olives, I'll never forget our adventure together.
Yes, yes. I remember so well praying there, overlooking all those relatives buried in the largest relatives from our Jewish traditions buried there. We prayed, like my father instructed me, when you go someplace.
Yes.
Great.
Love you.
So I'm signing up. I have my 2-year-old boy who usually wakes up in about 10 minutes. 3-year-old boy wakes up usually in about 10 minutes. And I need to get myself ready for my little ones who will be rousing themselves up shortly. So it's been an honor to be with you all, even for a short. Blessings on this event and this gathering and your holy work for unity.
Oh, hey, thank you so much. Thank you for remembering dear sister Dot Maver. And I said we could go through all the lists. Everyone we could have a word for. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dear.
Shalom and salam.
Shalom. So we'll have dear Dot, and then if you would, Sister Adriana, well, let's let it unfold with Anita and the other relatives, if we may. And thank you so much. And I'm going to have a bite to eat. I'm going to come back. And we're going to pray some more. I always love this. So please, Sister Dot, and then go on to Anita, and then we go on to Lucia. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Taxi. Dot, I'm going to sign off, but I wanted just to say your work has inspired much of what you're seeing today in the Global Silent Minute. That Dot, you've been an amazing human being and contributed so much. I just want to sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to honor you and thank you for your tireless work for so many years in this entire peace movement. And holding this space for these global synchronized prayers and for these global synchronized meditations as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your work. Honor to have you here.
Thank you. Anita?
Thank you, Adil. Thank you. And realize our global unitive consciousness. And watching this 24-hour ceremony and celebration has just so deeply touched our hearts as the southern and northern hemispheres have come together in union as one world. And I will say circling a great central star positioned carefully in space by the Great Spirit. So it's a joy to enter the silence together as we honor silence, the language of the one heart, that great unifier. And let us continue to focus our collective intention through the power of silence as action, as we activate a healing process for all of life, a free flow of spirit through form. We take just a deep breath to quiet ourselves and unite our hearts across distance and with all those watching this from around the world. And we take just another moment to invite all those on the other side of the veil to cooperate with us. And now we enter 1 minute of silence, holding the shared intention of sacred unity of all life. Om Shanti.
Thank you, dear sister, so much, so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. After this beautiful silence where we can move within and listen to the divine and the Creator within ourselves. Thank you so much, sister, for that wisdom and that practice. Thank you so much. And we are here at this point in time of the day where our hearts are so filled, our minds are just overflowing of these messages of unification, of love to Mother Earth, of the understanding of the divine feminine, understanding the moment, the process of each one of us as human family. And we are celebrating together this incredible gift of just loving each other in peace and harmony. Thank you so much, Adil, for helping us enjoy this sacred moment. Thank you from our hearts. And if I could call to Anita Sanchez, who has been an incredible messenger to all our relatives, our indigenous peoples, and she has done an incredible call with such a diligence and such an incredible kindness, calling for our relatives from all over the world to share their messages and their visions through our videos. I would like to know if Anita Sanchez is with us. She's not. But from our heart, we want to thank you, Anita. If somebody knows Anita Sanchez, and please tell her that we appreciate so much her support in this event of Unity Week, and we will be watching through the week these incredible, beautiful messages from our relatives from all over the world. Thank you, Anita Sanchez, for all your help. And in the meantime, I would like to present our beautiful couple here. Saluda.
Hello. Hello.
¿Se ven bien?
Nos presenta.
Ya vas.
Pero dinos
Vas.
quién es. Okay. Hello, my name is Aleya Maru.
Hello, my name is Frank.
And we are honored to be here. We will just share a song from our hearts and a prayer. you know we are the sons and daughters of Pachamama. We are your sons and daughters. And we honor you. We want to bring you all our love. We want to help raising your vital energy field today. We offer you our songs, our light, our life, our love. We unite today to raise a solar race with the knowledge of ancestral wisdom. We are ready to wake up. We are here for you. We love you. Thank you.
A beautiful way to honor this moment, sending all our love to Mother Earth in this unprecedented time of unification. All our relatives from the world just knowing the importance of being together and caring for Mother Nature. Yes. So, from all our relatives that are here with us in this moment, who would like to share their message to the world, please stand up and send your message of love, of unification, of harmony. Who would like to share their message with us? Anybody who would like to share their message with us, please unmute.
Sing.
Yes, brother. Welcome. Bienvenido, hermano. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. Bienvenido.
This is a sacred thing of the sun.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, hermano. Qué bien. Estamos uno. Estamos uno. Vamos a pasar. Vamos a unir. Estamos unidos. Está bien.
Hello, everyone. It is such an honor to be able to speak with you today. I'm so grateful to be again in this gathering. We come here with a message of a reminder that we are all one, and also that we are the ancient civilizations that have inhabited this planet for a long, long time. We are here to remind ourselves that our civilization has had times of higher evolution where we would keep our bodies in health, where we would not disable our bodies or the body of our planet, where we would know and remember to share with each other in a beautiful, harmonious, loving way, with no need from taking from outside, as everything is and has been always inside of us. We are here as a reminder of that civilization, of that knowledge, of that wisdom. All of us here carry that blueprint, and all those who watch this will remember. We are here to seed the seed of remembering that infinite wisdom, love, and power that we all carry. And in the reminder of that, let's go back into that. Let's dive deeper back into that to be able to inhabit this planet in a more harmonious, peaceful way, as this is ultimately a union of peace. So we invite all to dive into that peace deeper with your hearts, but also with your minds and bodies. We know we can do that as it has been done before on earth, and it will always be reminded to us whenever in times of challenge. Please come back to that and come back to your hearts, as everything is already there. You have everything you need, and you do not need to take anything from anyone outside of you. We are here to end the games of power and dive back into the games of love. Thanks everyone for being here, and thanks for holding this frequency of love alongside with us, for all of us that are participating or watching or tuning in any line of time, as time in truth does not exist. It's only a concept of the mind. We're happy to also invite you to the International Yoga Day and to the Solstice meditation that is later on my page, Cristiana Eltrayan, at 8 p.m. Bucharest time. I think that's 10 a.m. Pacific time on June 21st. We are very happy to share that freely with you and offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a energetic way. As all it is inside of us, it's coming from source. Big hugs to all, and very honored to be welcomed here. Thank you.
Catch it to your low. Catch it to your low.
I am complete.
Dakshi, would you like me to go next?
Wonderful, Toshka.
Wonderful. Good evening, everyone. It's Lucian Tarnowski here. I'm zooming in. It's a deep honor to be here with you. I am coming from San Francisco, and I'd like to start by honoring those of the land from which I sit, the Ohlone people. I sit in Savannah House here on Alamo Square, and this house was built on top of the well of the Ohlone people. And we remember and honor this land in our gathering in this space. We are a unified planet embassy here. We before Corona would gather people from all sorts of organizations to come together around systems change and around how we can organize ourselves through our collective intelligence. And since Earth Day, we have been playing a game where every week we bring subject matter experts from different areas of systems change together to apply their collective intelligence to identify the acupuncture spots of high leverage systems change, of how we can transition into a civilization in harmony with all life. And it's such an honor to be here and witness what is unfolding in this moment of time. You know, our ancestors work so hard in their own ways to bring us to this moment together. And I'd like to take a moment to remember my ancestors and invite them into this space. I come from the Astor family, an old American family. My mother was an Astor, and my 7th generation grandfather was John Jacob Astor, who lived in America. He moved here from Germany as a teenager in 1780. And he proceeded to create a monopoly on the fur trade in the US. He owned the American Fur Company, the Pacific Fur Company, and the Northwest Fur Company. And he became America's richest man off the back of the fur trade. And as his 7th generation grandson, I've benefited from that wealth. I was born into great privilege. And as a descendant of John Jacob Astor, all I can do is take responsibility for the sins of my ancestors, for the harms that they created. And that responsibility is how we show up in humility, but with courage and audacity. And so on Earth Day, I knelt before my dear friend Dakshi and the elders that gathered and asked for forgiveness of the sins of my ancestors. And I continue to do that, but not just in words, but in our living actions. And I really believe that's what's needed now. I believe this change comes from us. And I'd love to close with the Unified Planet Oath that we launched, and then a prayer from a beloved of mine, White Eagle. The Unified Planet Oath goes like this. We are the unified planet. I am an Earth Guardian. On my honor, I commit to a thriving civilization in harmony with all life. And then I'll close this with a prayer from a great guide of mine, White Eagle. This is a prayer I opened the day before my mother died. Man seeks individualism because he seeks self-consciousness. But later, he learns that the way to God consciousness is through the group. You think of yourselves as individuals, as monads, because you are learning expression on the outer plane. But my brethren, you have yet to learn that you are part of a group. You, the individual,